In today's video, I'm going to show you how to take Mogwai setups with the trend. Now, this seems to be a very difficult thing to do, trading with the trend. It seems to be that everybody can trade against the trend, but they can't trade with it. But in today's video, I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to show you the simple way on how to trade with the trend. Now, before we do that, I want to talk about Renko trading. The BD members have gone nuts about Renko with the binary destroyer. If we just head over to the Facebook VIP group here, this is basically our private group where all the BD members interact. They share setups, training videos, they ask questions. All the results are shared in here. And as you can see here, it's just all about Renko with the binary destroyer. And look how simple and smooth it looks. It looks really, really good. Now, if you've never heard of Renko trading, basically, when you're trading normally, you have candlesticks. And candlesticks are based on time frame. So, you know, if you're on the 5-minute time frame, you'd have a 5-minute candlestick. If you're on the 1 hour, you'd have a 1 hour candlestick, okay? And it would move, candlesticks move with time frames. You know, every minute they're moving up and down. But with Renko blocks, they don't move with time frame. They move in pips. So for instance here, let's just say that is 50 pip blocks. What happens is every time a currency pair moves 50 pips, a new block will be created. So you can have nothing. You know, let's say if a currency pair is going up and down, up and down, up and down, no block will be formed. Nothing will happen, okay? Nothing will happen. As soon as that currency pair moves 50 pips, a new block is formed. And you can change different blocks. You know, you can have a 5-pip block, 2-pip block. And every time a currency pair moves a certain amount of pips, a new block will be formed. Now, this is very good because it makes trading a lot more smoother. It filters out the noise and all the mess of candlesticks, and it just, as you can see here, makes the charts a lot cleaner. Now, the downside with Renko trading is, I mean, look, as it's done, I mean, it's just been phenomenal. The BD members absolutely, they absolutely love it, and this is not just one. This is for the past week. Everyone's gone insane with Renko trading. Look, again, this BD member here is trading Renko. Nice sales. And again here, a nice little one more on DAX. So you can see here, this BD member is trading DAX. And yeah, it just seems to be a buzz at the minute. Again, another one. Nice little Renko blocks. Now, the downside with Renko trading is it just uses a lot of data. So if you've got a slow computer or laptop, it will slow your computer down significantly because, like I said, it's not working with time frames. It's working with data. You know, as soon as, like, for instance, here, see, look. So to give you an example here, what block size I use? It's 500. So I assume that's... I assume that was 500 pips. It's 5 pip brick, meaning Renko on the charts. So basically 5 pips. So every time the currency pair moves, hold on, I've gone out of focus. There we go. As soon as the currency pair moves 5 pips, a new block is formed. So yeah, as you can see here, the craze at the minute is Renko trading with the binary destroyer, and it looks really clean and simple. But I don't like Renko trading. I like the old-fashioned candlestick trading. But now let's head over the charts, and I'll show you how to take a Mogwai signal with the trend. Okay, so to start off, I've got my whiteboard loaded up here, and I'm going to give you an explanation on support and resistance. Then we'll go over to the charts, and I will show you the exact same example with a currency pair, with the Mogwai strategy, and you'll start to understand. Now, forget everything you've learned so far, and just focus on what I'm about to show you here. This, I watched another guy explain it like this, and it's very, very fascinating. You know, it's a lot more simpler, and hopefully you will understand it. So as you can see here, we've got a nice man. So this man is a runner, okay? Just like a currency pair, they're running, okay? They're going into an uptrend. There's a lot of momentum. So let's say this runner here runs like this. Just goes straight up. Just from looking at this upwards move, what does it tell you? What does this runner tell you? First of all, it tells me that there's a lot of momentum. This runner has a lot of energy And he's running as fast as he can. Now, eventually, that runner is going to run out of energy. He's going to start to slow down like this here. Now, when this happens, does that mean that price is gone from an uptrend into a downtrend? Does it mean that this runner has decided, you know what, I've ran in one direction now, I'm going to go run in the other direction? No, it doesn't mean that. All it means is that the runner has slowed down. He's ran really fast. He's got a bit tired. He thinks, you know what, I need a rest. He has his rest, and then off he goes again. Breaks his personal record. Okay? Now, when you see this, what does it tell you now? Okay, it tells me that the runner ran up. He had a rest. And then he carried on. He got all this energy back. He broke his previous record. He broke highs. And he ran and he ran and he ran. Okay? Quite simple, yeah? What happens again? He gets a bit tired. Does this mean sell? Does this mean, I know, I'm going to turn around and go back? No, it doesn't. And what happens after his rest? Off he goes like that again. Carries on running, breaks previous resistance, and off he continues. A lot of energy. Okay? So this is pretty much like a currency pair. We have an uptrend, we have a pullback, we have an uptrend, we have a pullback, we have an uptrend. Now let's just focus in it on now. Let's bring in a currency pair and let's do this example again. So this little runner here, let's just call it Bob. Okay, I'll call it myself, but I'm not really a good runner. I'm a good swimmer, but not a good runner. So Bob decides again, he's going to go for a run. And all of a sudden, he decides, you know what? I'm going to have a rest now. I've ran out of energy. You know what? I've ran really fast now. I just want to have a rest. So he has a rest. And price starts pulling back again. Now, again, what does this tell you? Does this tell you sell? No. But what it does tell you is you need to focus on this area here. Why? Why is this area so significant? Why has this runner suddenly come up to here, or Bob, why has Bob suddenly come up to this level and decided, you know what, I fancy just having a rest? You know, why has a currency pair suddenly come up to this level and thought, you know what, I fancy having a rest. I want to pull back for a bit. It's this level here that we need to focus on. It's like this currency pair has come straight up to this level and gone, you know what, I can't break it. I'm going to have a rest. It's this level here. It's this brick wall that we need to focus on, because Bob has ran straight into this wall and decided, you know what, I can't run anymore. I'm going to have a rest. Now, what do you think happens when Bob or the currency pair goes straight through that wall? What does it tell us as a trader? It tells me that the momentum, this runner, Bob, still has a lot of energy. The trend still has a lot of energy. It's broken straight through that wall now. And it's gone straight through it. The momentum is still strong. Bob's got loads of energy. And he goes straight through that wall. Okay? It's still a significant level. Okay? Because originally, Bob slowed down at this level. But then Bob built up the energy and went straight through it. Now, what do you think happens next when Bob has a rest and comes back down to this level? What do you think happens? Bear in mind, when we look left, that previously Bob decided when he came to this level, bang, it was like hitting a brick wall and he couldn't break it and he reversed. He built up the momentum, went straight through it again, and then he's come back down to this level. What do you think the next move is going to be? Of course, it's a rally up like this here. Bob continues up. Now, we know this because, first of all, Bob, or let's say a currency pair, stopped at this wall here. It went straight up into this wall and reversed. Then the currency pair built up momentum and went straight through that wall, confirming that there's still momentum. There's a big push up. You know, it confirms that the trend hasn't changed and it's still continuing into an uptrend. But eventually, that currency pair is again going to pull back to this level here. Now we know that momentum is still strong because it broke previous resistance. And now what becomes resistance becomes support. And price rallies up from it and Bob continues into an uptrend. Okay. Now eventually the currency pair or Bob is going to get bored and decide, you know what, I'm going to run home. This I'm going to save for a different day. But what we need to focus on here is this point here. Because if you can spot this here, you're going to be taking trades with the trend. Now let me show you now with an example on the charts. So as you can see here on the left, I have Mogwai strategy loaded up on the 15-minute time frame, Euro USD. On the right, I've got Euro USD on the 1 hour with pure price action and Euro USD on price action on the 30-minute time frame. So 15-minute Mogwai strategy, 1 hour and 30 minutes pure price action. Now, if we're pure price action trading, we would have to look for setups. Okay, it's our jobs as traders to draw support and resistance and trend lines and look for setups. When we're trading the binary destroyer, we don't have to do that. We let the indicator do it for us. We let the indicator produce the signals. It's our job to filter out those signals. So we can just sit here, read a book, let the binary destroyer produce a signal. As soon as we get a signal, we then filter out. Is this a trade with the trend? Is it against the trend? Is it a trade that we want to take? Is it a trade we don't want to take? And this is a really good way of trading because, like I said, you're letting the binary destroyer do what it's built for. It's our job to filter out those setups. So first of all, we have a buy here. Now let's just focus on it, okay? Let's just focus on this point here. When I see this point here on the 15-minute time frame, I'm getting excited because I see the MACD overbought. I see a Mogwai signal. I see let me just wind it forward a little bit better so I can show you my entry point. Okay, there we go there. So when we get to this point here, I can see the MACD's gone overbought. The MACD's just about to cross over. We've got a Mogwai signal. We've got price below the TCA line. The TCA line just turns red here if I just zoom in here. So on the 15-minute time frame, it confirms to me that I've got a setup. Okay, just like this setup here, I've got a setup. Now what I want to do is filter out that setup. Is it a good trade? So let's first of all have a look at the 1 hour. And what I'm going to do is just draw an area of resistance. Okay. Now let's just focus on this area of resistance here. And let's just use the example of Bob the runner. So Bob decides, you know what? I'm on a downtrend. I'm running. And then for all of a sudden, Bob has come to this area here and decided, you know what, Jamie? I fancy slowing down. I fancy having a break. I need to relax. And he slows down. And then Bob decides, you know what? Bang. Straight through that resistance. Okay? Straight through. Confirming to us that there's still a strong sell happening. Okay, still confirming a strong sell. Price comes up, bounces off it, and this is where we would sell here. This is a signal with the trend. Now, if you look right now, if I just zoom in here, we have that same area of resistance. We've got a touch there, we've got a touch there, we've got a touch here, we've got a touch there, we've got a touch there, and again, we've got a touch here. So when I look left now, I can see this area of resistance. And what Bob is doing is he's trending down. He's resting. He comes down. He's resting. He comes down. And then he comes back up and rests. It's this area here that I want to sell from. If we have a look at the same example now on the 15-minute time frame, you can see it a lot clearer. So let me just bring it up like this here. You can see what's happened here is Bob, or the currency pair, is trending down. Now we can see it's trending down just by, just by looking at drawing a trend line. We can see that, it's trending down. Okay, we can see that it's trending down. Again, we can see here it's trending down. You can see, my trend lines aren't perfect, but you get the idea. It's in a downtrend. Now, what I want to do is sell. I want to sell at this level. And this is taking trades with the trend. Okay? Because all currency pairs work like this. They're either in an uptrend, they're either going sideways, or they're in a downtrend. Okay? So when we go over back to the 15-minute time frame now, you can see this nice example with the trend. Now, this is a beautiful signal with the trend. Okay, because let me just take this. If I put my stop loss here, so let's risk 1% on my account. What was my stop loss? So this is Euro USD. So we'll go with 40 pip stop loss. And you know what? Let's stick 120 pip take profit. Okay, so a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. Quite easily achievable. It's a signal with the trend. And like I said, a 1-to-3 is easy. Okay, I can't really say easy, but it's good. Meaning that, you can spend all day waiting for setups and risking 1% to make 3% gain. It's good. It's a really good way of trading. So let's see if this trade wins. Now, it's actually funny because I don't even know if this trade actually wins. I just paused it perfectly. Okay, so price comes down like this. Hopefully it comes down enough. Okay, and then it pulls back up. I probably would close it off round here somewhere. To be honest with you, I probably would. In fact, I think we actually have another setup just there. Okay, yeah, okay. I should have actually closed it off. Hold on. We might eventually come down. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'll close it off there. Okay, I actually had my stop take profit in there such the wrong price. But let's just go back to where that setup was. Okay, so it was here. So yeah, maybe 120 pips was a bit OTT. It's a bit over the top with that setup, but you get the idea. Okay, an absolute beautiful move down with the trend. Maybe if you went for maybe an 80 or 100 pip take profit, would have been perfect. 120 pips. A bit extreme. I got a bit overconfident there, but I'm showing you the example now of trading with the trend. Okay, so this is a beautiful signal with the trend, and if you're looking for signals with the trend, just again take note of Bob. Okay, Bob rallies up like this here. Bob decides to have a rest. Bob breaks the previous record. Again, focus on this point here. It's this point here you need to focus on, because there's a reason why this happened. There's a reason why the currency pair hit a brick wall and reversed. And then there's a reason why a currency pair went straight through that wall. Okay, hold on, I've drawn that wrong. Went straight through that wall and rallied up. And then when you see Bob or the currency pair pulling back to this level, like this here, you know that this was an area where price got stopped. You know that the momentum is still strong. So there's a very strong bias here that price is going to rally up. When you put it in confirmation with the Mogwai strategy, MACD overbought or sold, Mogwai signal, perfect. Perfect. You can't get better than that. So that's how to take trades with the trend. I hope you enjoyed that explanation. My name is Jamie Palmer. Thank you for watching.